Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're going to be working on the G37 again, and this time we are putting puddle lights on the bottom of the car. Now this car is at stock height, but to get some clearance I lifted the car. If you take a look under the vehicle, you can see that there's like basically no holes to go through from. I believe this is a hole right here, like a grommet that you can go through, but I took a look from the inside of the car and it's like really hard to reach, and there's like styrofoam and glue on the carpet that hold it together, so I'm not gonna be going from there. Here's the lights that I got that I'm gonna be working with for the puddle lights. It's gonna go like right here. I'm gonna put the wires through one of these holes right here that's already in the frame, I believe, and I'm gonna make this hole just a little bit bigger so I can fit two wires through it. Now from the inside of the car, what I did was take off this panel right here. It's over there, and then if you kick this to the side, it'll just come off and come loose. And then here's the carpet. What I did with this is it's attached to right here. You just have to like pull up and pull away and it comes out. And I took this piece out, this plastic piece, with a prying tool like this. You can just pop it out. And I was looking, and it has a hole that I could go through with wires, but I just didn't feel like doing that because this is gonna have to go back in there. But what I did notice is that if you look through this hole at an angle, you can see the hole that's under the underbody. You can see that. So instead of going through that hole right here, which this clips onto, I drilled my own hole in the vehicle. Just drilled it so that you can fit two wires in there. You can go as big as you want, and then what you want to do is when you're done with wiring up the lights and putting the wire inside the vehicle, just seal it up with silicone. And like I was saying, the grommet that's under the vehicle, I believe it's over here somewhere, but so I would have to take out the styrofoam. I don't feel like doing that, so we just drilled a hole and we're gonna go through that and make it work. Before you put the lights on, just make sure that each and every one of them work. What you can do to test these lights is you can put the positive end of the light to the positive end on the battery. Right there it says a plus, and the negative on the negative. And I already tested all the lights and they all work. So you can do this with a regular battery for a drill or an impact. So I put one in the backside, and then two, I like spaced it out and I put it like in between the middle, and then put one in the front. And what I did here was just, it comes with these wires, so I added my own negative and positive wire. I joined it here but connected it, taped it up, make it come all the way over here, join it together, and just keep going from light to light. And then at the last light, I connected the joined wires from this light with this light, and then I added in two extra wires that were coming from this hole that I drilled. So it's already wired up and it's going up inside the vehicle. So I didn't have anything to tie into, so I used I don't know what they call these, but I guess they're called eyelids that you can put a screw into, or a zip tie, and then basically you put that through the wire and then you can just screw it on to the frame of the car. Okay, so now that everything's done down below, we're gonna run these wires through the hole that we made earlier. Just pull it up so it's snug, but leave some slack just in case, you know. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put some primer on there, and then I'm gonna silicone it together. And I'm not gonna loom this over here because then the panel won't fit. So we're gonna have to put these wires through through that. Can't really see it, but there is a rubber grommet up there where those other wires are actually going through, and hopefully it'll go in easily. So what I noticed on the G37 is that they already have a ground over here. I believe that's a 10mm bolt right there, but you can't really get to it because this styrofoam is in the way. So now I am gonna have to do this same exact setup with the lights on the passenger side. I should also mention that I'm gonna be putting these on a switch so I can turn it off and turn it on whenever I want to. And it's also gonna get a fuse holder so, you know, it doesn't drain the battery. All right, guys, so I'm gonna be using a switch with the light on it and 3 terminals. So how this is gonna work is I already grounded it. I grounded the wire that's coming from the lights on the side over here. I'll get you a better look on that. So the ground is gonna go from here to the switch. It's gonna be at the top terminal over here. The power is gonna be coming from, there's gonna be 2 powers. So it's gonna be one for the lights, and then one wire, it has to go to the battery and come back inside so that it can power up the red the red light on the switch, and then it should work. So here's where I grounded the wire. I was gonna go down there where the OEM ground is, but I just didn't feel like doing that. So I just made my own hole, grounded it, and then it's gonna work. Okay guys, so we ran up the wire from beneath on the passenger side, and I ran the red wire all the way through here. And then I'm just gonna hide it between this carpet over here. I ran it from there, and it comes and it goes behind this plastic piece up over here. And I'm gonna have it tucked behind this piece over here. But I am almost out of wire, so what I did was I left this dangling here, and I ran up the extended hot wire that's gonna join into the other one over there. So this is really hard to get out from. So what I did was I already have wires ran up, so I took the center console off over here, just lift it up a little bit, and then you can put your fingers through this piece over here and just keep running the wire up and up and up and up, and hope that it comes out from the little area over there. So the more you just, you know, keep running your fingers up along this edge behind the plastic, and you can get the wire through, and it'll just come out from around here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run this extended wire. It's gonna be the same thing. It's just gonna go down from that area, and it's gonna come out from around this area. So I'm just gonna hide it and tie it in there. I already have wires that I ran through before for a horn, so it was a little bit easier for me to do. But what I recommend doing is going through under this black piece. Just go under it and then feed the wire with your hand from here, and try to grab it with your other hand. Try to grab it from here, and it's gonna come through. And also what I noticed is that the ground wire that's coming out from the passenger side, the OEM has a very reachable 10 millimeter, I believe it is, with OEM grounds. So I'm just gonna go right to that. Okay guys, so what I did was I ran the wire from there. It's already connected over there. I ran it through here with my other wires, and it's coming here. It's come to a stop here, but we have to get wires, 2 wires. Well, I'm putting in two hot wires from the grommet that is there's a grommet behind this carpet, if you can see, and it's really thick, and it's double layered rubber grommet. So poke a hole in there, or just cut it up with your knife, spray some silicone on this side, and then you want to go to the hood of the car, and if you take off these panels here, it's the brake fluid panels. You can take these off, and then there's like clips around this area. You can pull this off, and you can see the grommet over here. And what you want to do is just the same thing, just cut it up with your knife, because it's thick and it's double double grommet. So there's one on this side and then there's one on the interior side. So you're gonna have to, you know, get that going. And what I did was I used like a long pick or a medium-sized pick that you can push your wires through with, and that should work. I used a medium-sized pick and it works perfectly fine. But remember to spray the WD-40 so it can help, or any lubricant that would, you know, help out, and your wires will go through it freely. Okay, so it kind of looks like a mess here, but it's not. So we got the wire from the passenger side coming in. That's the hot wire right here. And then we have the hot wire from the driver's side coming in. It's right here. So we're gonna connect the passenger and the driver's side. We're gonna connect it together. So I'll have to cut it and butt connect it right here. And then I have these two wires. They're a little bit different than each other. One is like a light pink and then one is a red. The red one is gonna be the hot wire that turns on the lights. And so when these get connected in like this, the connection will go one here, and then this will connect it on the other side. And this wire here, the light pink one, is gonna be the power for our switch so that the red light can turn on. And if you didn't already, I probably forgot to mention it, but you are gonna need 2 grounds. So what I did was I grounded 2 ground wires on the side. So I'm gonna have to extend this one right here so I can run it to the switch. So I have everything put back together. What I did with the switch was, instead of going to the dash or anywhere like this, I put it on the kick panel on the side over here. That's how the switch looks. It's on the kick panel right there, next to where the fuse box is. Nice little button. Now when you run the wires from here, you're gonna have to put the 2 hot wires that you ran, you're gonna have to put it under this area right here. You can run it all the way to that area where the battery is. So let's take a look over there. It actually has a fuse holder. So here's that. The 2 wires, they come in from here. Over here, they join into the fuse holder, and then I connect it to the battery. So if anything happens, it's gonna blow the fuse first instead of draining the battery. I put a 10 amp fuse in here, so it's gonna be good. After being installed, I think they look pretty good. Pretty nice VIP style. And we'll go around and show you the other side too.